everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to Live to Metal. Time for a No Life Till Metal records and graphics update. Before I show some of the vinyl that's actually out, I wanted to quickly say that the Helix, Bastard of the Blues, this is the test pressing, and a Helix Christmas album, again this is the test pressing, are going to be on sale right around the first week of September, which is around the time I should be posting this video. So it will be available, very limited quantities, but it will be available on, let's see, the Christmas album will be available on CD and vinyl. The Bastard of the Blues will only be available on vinyl. However, the first 50 pre-orders will get a free CD version of it with the album. So again, those will be going on sale at NoLifeTilMetalRecords.com real soon, and I will keep an eye on my Facebook page, and I will let you know when those are actually up and ready to go. But what I'm real excited about and what I want to show is a couple albums that I worked on with Retroactive Records. First of all, Deliverance, River Disturbance, 1995 release from them, and first time available on vinyl. This is never pressed to vinyl before. I worked with Jimmy Brown, guitarist, songwriter, vocalist for Deliverance, directly on this album. We kept it very, very close to the original cover. If anybody is a huge Deliverance fan like I am, you know that this album has had a couple covers. But this is the original cover. Came out on CD and cassette. I happen to have both. Again, I'm a Deliverance fanatic. So as you can see, it's very similar. There's not a huge change in one of the big changes I made, approved by Jimmy Brown, was putting the original Deliverance logo and getting rid of whatever that was. I never cared for that logo, and he was finally changing it, so I did. One of the biggest changes is you'll notice that the members of the band are different. Of course, you have bassist Manny Morales, who was pictured here, and guitarist Jimmy Brown, who is vocalist and singer. But instead you get John Maddox and John Knox. John Maddox being on lead guitar, John Knox being the drummer. On here you had, you didn't have a lead guitar player listed or in the band, and you had Jeff Mason pictured as the drummer. Now, from what I understand, Jeff Mason didn't play on it at all. He toured with the band, and John Knox couldn't be pictured because of some sort of label reasons. He was signed to another label. I don't know the whole story. Doesn't make a difference. It was some sort of label nonsense. So therefore he wasn't pictured on the album, even though he did play on it. And John Maddox had left the band as well, so that's why he wasn't pictured. Let me show you the vinyl on this thing. It's absolutely gorgeous. First 50, I think, pre-orders, 50 or 100, I don't remember now, received the sticker of the cover art, and then a laminated pass, backstage pass, and then you can see the back of it has the No Life Till Metal Graphics logo on it and the Retroactive logo on it. And here is the album without shiny plastic stuff on it. The insert, which I have shown before, but I'll show it again anyhow. This is the lyrics and a collage of photos from that tour. I did the Vanna White thing there. And then the album, all the vinyl is white like this. It sounds incredible. It looks incredible. I'm very happy with how it came out. Once again, with most of the Retroactive records, it has the Retroactive flame on one side and then the custom centering on the other side. Again, sounds fantastic. Musically, very different from the early Deliverance. I've always thought this was a great, underappreciated album. A lot of fans hated it. It was definitely a departure in sound for the band. There was no more thrash metal. It was just more melodic, progressive, and at times experimental. A lot of metal still on here, heavy riffs, Jimmy Brown's haunting, almost David Bowie-esque vocals, but yeah, it's not thrash. It's more progressive metal, melodic and progressive metal. Of course, it's not prog metal like you think, you know, Dream Theater, Fates Warning, that kind of thing. It's very unique, doesn't sound like any other band. Might be a touch of Queensryche in the sound here and there, but it's much heavier. Just listen to it for yourself. It's a very, very good album. Don't try and compare it to the speed metal of the early years. Just listen to it for what it is, and I think you can appreciate it for that. I know I sure do. Again, experimental as well. There was a song in here they did kind of a rap mixture with the band 12th Tribe. There was a cover on here. I believe it was Daniel. Was it Daniel? Who was the cover by? Now I gotta look because that's gonna drive me crazy. What do I do with being? Let's see here. The song Map. Who wrote the song Map? Of course, it's not written on the front or the back. What's wrong with the artist? Didn't put all the correct stuff on here, right? Let's see, all lyrics except for Matt. Terry Taylor wrote the lyrics to that song. So there's the cover song there. So like a very experimental. I think it's a great album. Oh, I guess I should also show the CD. And again, you can compare it to the original. Very similar. Really, the only change being that the original Deliverance logo was put on there, and I bolded the album title a little bit so it's a little more readable. Kind of disappeared down here, in my opinion, but there you go. Same stuff that's in the CD is in the vinyl, so it has all the. I'll just show you the booklet real quick. Has the band photos that were on the back cover. Has the collage of all the photos from the tour, the lyrics, and the liner notes. Like I said, 12-page booklet, so it's a very nice package, regardless of whether you get the CD or the vinyl. And then, as well, the brand new album from Jimmy P. Brown II's Eraserhead. Eraserhead is basically the name of the band, and that is Jimmy on the cover. I did not do the artwork for the cover. I did not design this cover or the logo. This was designed by Robert Steele, and then I did the layouts for both CD and vinyl from his front cover artwork. Again, beautiful vinyl, beautiful cover, great colors, very vibrant, excellent printing. Back cover. And this is actually what you're listening to in the background. Now, what I should mention is, it's essentially the same lineup that played on River Disturbance. So you've got Jimmy P. Brown, vocals, guitars, songwriter, John Knox on drums, and Manny Morales on bass. So the sound here and the vibe is very similar to River Disturbance. Again, melodic, progressive, heavy at times, but lighthearted at other times. It's just very unique. See, the thing about what Eraserhead basically is Deliverance under a new name. So Deliverance, who also released an album this year called The Subversive Kind, are going to stick to the speed metal thrash sound. Whereas Eraserhead is going to do the more experimental melodic sound that Deliverance was also doing. So I would expect more music to come from this band as well as from Deliverance, and it's going to be continuing to be in that more experimental, melodic. Again, you got some experiments in here, like there's a song that has a bit of a funk vibe to it. There's a song in here that reminds me of what song that? It's in Memoria, I believe it is. Kind of has a sound that reminds me of Daniel Amos a little bit. It's just a great album. It's going to be one of my favorites of the year, and it's not just because I worked in artwork. I do lots of artwork that I don't show in my favorites of the year. Just if the music doesn't blow me away, I don't show it. This album blows me away. And there's that funk vibe I was talking about. Again, it's experimental, so if you're expecting thrash, you're not going to get it. But I don't need to show the vinyl too on this one because the vinyl's gorgeous. All the vinyl. There is no black vinyl on this one. It's all colored vinyl. So there's your custom centering. This translucent, slightly marbled turquoise look, and in the back, of course, with the retroactive logo to keep things consistent. Great album. Again, if you like River Disturbance, chances are you're going to like Eraserhead too. It's that same, has that same vibe to it. Progressive, experimental, melodic, memorable. That's what I find the problem with a lot of modern bands is they don't write memorable riffs. They don't write memorable hooks. You don't remember the choruses. You turn the album off and you've forgotten the whole thing. Whereas this album, I'm walking around and I'm still, got bits and pieces of it dancing around in my head all day long. So, if you're the first somebody to order it, you got an autographed band photo, which unfortunately I don't have with me. I didn't actually get one yet, so I'm sure I'll get one eventually. And as well as a sticker. So, that's it. That's it for this edition. Although here is the CD version. If you're interested in the CD version, again, 12-page booklet has all the same stuff as the vinyl. CD's obviously not in it because it's playing in the background. Again, 12-page booklet, photos, lyrics, line notes, everything that's in the vinyl is on the CD. So either way, you get the full package. So that's it. Appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Stay strong.